Hello, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. How are you guys? We're gonna watch Foodie eat. We're gonna watch Foodie eat. I don't know why I'm doing this other than I want to hang out with you guys on this beautiful Friday night. Well, it's still Friday night for me. It's probably Saturday for most of you. Hello, Bestie. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Ray. Hello, Penny. Good to see you. Gary, you're here. Gary. Hey, everybody. Okay. So I truly don't know what's going on with her other than she was just shitting herself 3 days ago and she's mukbanging today. That's all I know. I retweeted a bunch of stuff on Twitter so we could go talk about it. But I'm assuming she acts disgusting. I'm assuming, what I do know is she makes an excuse about the PayPal scam and said she only made like $37. Either way, she scammed $37, right? Matthew, woof woof baby. Hello, Christian. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I'm here. You're on the big screen tonight. Oh, I'm feeling fancy. I'm on the big screen? I've waited my whole life for that. Just kidding. But you guys, first, I can't get this really disgusting song out of my head. I cannot get it out. It's the Chatterbait song from King Cobra, or about King Cobra. It's been in my head all night for whatever reason. So can we play this first and then we'll go be grossed out some more?
Why do you care how I jack off?
I'm sorry.
What's up, YouTube? So I want to say a couple things. One, you might see me on Chatterbait whacking off to some hot of age chick. That's just my own thing. But hey, you know what? You gotta get creative with your masturbation. And sometimes when I'm jacking off to hot chicks on Chatterbait, I'm like, booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Jacking off on Chatterbait. Hey, jacking off on Chatterbait. Yeah. I jack off to hot chicks on Chatterbait. I'm like, booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Jacking off on Chatterbait. Hey, jacking off on Chatterbait. Yeah. That's just my own thing. Don't worry about it. And sometimes when I'm jacking off to hot chicks on Chatterbait, they'll be like, oh, hey, I see Cobra's live. Check me out what I'm doing. And like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm sitting there going, hey, hot chick, well, I'm like jacking off all the time, but once in the blue moon, I jack off to hot chicks, and I'm sitting there going, oh, jeez, I'm never gonna stop. I'm like, booyaka, 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 jacking off on Chatterbait, hey, jacking off on Chatterbait, yeah, I jack off to hot chicks on Chatterbait, I'm like, booyaka, 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 jacking off on Chatterbait, hey, jacking off on Chatterbait. Yeah, that's just my own thing. Don't worry about it. Hey, I'm jacking off. Hey, jacking off. Hey, yeah, I jack off to hot chicks on Chatterbait. I'm like, hey, I'm jacking off. Hey,
I'm broken. There's something really, really wrong with me. I don't know. And then unfortunately, well, thank you for sending me the clips, you guys. But I was sent this clip. We're going to watch it another time because I can't stomach it again today. It's basically where he admits to doing something very disgusting. But the whole time he's talking about, you never forget your first pair of tits. Like he said it over and over and over again. Yeah, he rocks a dog collar. Oh, so is he owned? Is that what that means? Is he owned? Interesting. Interesting. I find out more things every day. Okay, do we want to go to Twitter first or do we want to just like go right into the foodie eating? I'm down for I know it was going off in my head all day. Like I was running errands and that just played over and over and over again, Aaron. I'm telling you, I missed the breezy I was before we went down this weird rabbit hole. Like I know way too much, way too much. I already listened to that. It was disturbing. Oh yeah, I have so many clips to go through. I watched the hair dye one where he dyed basically his whole upper body. That was interesting. You know what I noticed though? It was weird to see him back then versus now and how his health has like declined. I mean, I'm not saying he was like looking good before, but like he was clean-ish and fresh-faced-ish and his teeth weren't rotting out of his mouth and he was coherent and he was more with it. if that makes sense. Like, he was more with it. Now I feel like he's literally Ozzy Osbourne, like mumbling, I don't know, half alive. Hey, Lisa, good to see you, beautiful. He had a damn mantis, blew smoke in its face and covered it in hot glue and put it on a staff. Oh gosh. I really wish I didn't know that. Hello, BR. Since his whole life is online, you can track the downfall. It's kind of sad. Yeah, I didn't watch him back then, so it was kind of shocking. I almost never knew he was, I mean, he was never normal, but in comparison to now, Tony, hello. Will Tech after the mantis died, he put it on the staff? Well, that's really sad. I don't know. Every time I start like rooting for him, I find out something horrible, then it's just yuck. It shows when you've just stopped trying. It's true. It's true. Also had a bearded dragon and killed it. That breaks my heart. Like, I've owned many bearded dragons. I love them. I think they are amazing. They are so smart and loving. Um, but you have to know what you're doing when you have them. You can't just leave them out unsupervised or leave them in huge amounts of water. You have to know what to feed them. They need calcium in their diet. Oftentimes you have to dust their crickets, mealworms. You have to have the proper lighting. You have to have the proper heat lamp. I feel so bad. So for a fact he killed Puff. I know the story is supposedly he's lost somewhere in the apartment. I think sitting at home all day is bad for you. Well, it is. Sitting at home all day drinking and doing it's bad. It's horrible. It ages you. Alcohol rots your brain. Like, for a fact. I couldn't even form sentences at certain parts of my life, you know? I know I watched the 2 videos and that changed my mind about him. I know I'm not even going to joke that I'm coming for her, man. I'm still doing the costume though, because that'll piss her off. By the way, I got it today. So I'm hoping by Monday, the latest, I'll have some fun pictures up that'll get her to really rage. It's proven it was on live and it saved. Oh, he says he escaped. No one really knows. Pour one out for Puff tonight. Jesus. We all know he's been gone long enough. Yeah, when I first heard about it, because I truly didn't know he killed his bearded dragon, I just heard it everywhere. Did you know Cobes lost Puff? You know Puff is missing? And so I think it was during like a colder time. And I remember saying, Aaron, did I say it to you? I'm like, well, bearded dragons, when their body gets cold, like if it's too cold for them, they go into brumation, right? It's kind of like a hibernation and they sleep until they're warm again. So they don't have to eat or anything. I mean, some people let their dragons go into brumation. I kept my heat lamp like perfect for it because I just didn't ever want to have to worry if it was going to wake up, or I'm just that kind of a person who would have been staring at the glass every day waiting for my bearded dragon to warm up. So I just kept it good so I didn't have to worry about that shit. But yeah, they die too if you don't dust their, you know, live feed and calcium. They need it. You have to know how to take care of them, you know? They have links for everything. He really loved that lizard. He showed him off all the time and he chilled on his shoulder during the streams. Okay, so he had a somewhat good life, I'm hoping, while he was alive. Like, he was fed, he was taken care of. Puff the bearded dragon lived by the sea. I'm going to have that in my head now. Walnut has a Puff song. I'll have to look it out. Look it up. All right, so we're going to watch Foodie eat. I'm really sorry to do this to you. But I realized too, like, can I just be honest about this? I am not excited for Foodie Beauty right now. I don't know if that's going to change. But I always like to stay true to myself and like really be into what I'm talking about. And I don't know, like, I'm not excited to fight with her anymore. There's only so many times, there's only so many times I want to hear from her about how horrible of a mom I am and all the shit about my daughter. There's only so many times I want to watch her lie, scam, cheat, eat. Like right now, it just feels like Foodie, like, get better or don't, like, go bedbound or don't. Whatever, like, you're just wasting everybody's time. Like, nobody believes you at this point. I think there's only one way this is gonna end. But have another burger. I mean, do you guys feel that way too? It's just, hey, Annie. My theory is he stepped on him in a drunken stupor. Oh, I hope not. And it shows what he did. He had two. One was Mrs. Green and one was Puff. Well, cows like him have a Wikitubia pages and they have the clips of everything they do. Okay, if you have proof of him admitting something or anything like that, send it to me. I'm not watching it tonight because I will be too sad, but I would like to know for my own knowledge and information. Is Satan here? Satan, when did you sneak in? Hello, hello. Eat, lie, scam, repeat, right? Like, are you guys excited to watch her anymore? I feel like unless something drastically changes, she's gonna be like the thing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, there's just I'm more excited to fight with now. I'm more excited if we're gonna go through a rage and I'm gonna have to hear how ugly I am and blah 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 blah. Like, I'd rather fight with her at this point. But I realize this is the other part. I realize a lot of people subscribed for foodie content and not everybody can take now. Like, I've got the comments and like I listen to my audience. Like, I get she's a lot to stomach and people can't hear about that stuff that she says. You know, people are sensitive to that. So, we're going to do foodie content. It's just not going to be like the first thing. Like, I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. to be the first on whatever she's covering. You know what I mean? We're going to cover it, but I'm just not going to like go out of my way to be the first on her because I just I prefer now, to be honest. It's just something fresh right now. It's something different. It's far more entertaining than whatever Foodie's doing. She's a lot of stomach. I'll send the pages to you right now on Twitter, but make sure you read it, and they have links for everything. So anything that's explained in the article, it's linked with the proof. Okay, so Christian, I will check it tomorrow because I want to sleep tonight and I don't want to be having nightmares of Beard and Dragons screaming out from hell, help me, Breezy. Like, I can't do it tonight. So tomorrow will torture me, okay? Breezy, my favorite foodie content is I love Michael Furberger's content on foodie. You know what's funny? I had no idea he had an actual channel. I just knew that when I was searching for foodie content on Twitter every single day, I was like specifically going to Michael Furberger's Twitter. It just like the art is just freaking hilarious to me. It's just funny to me. I can laugh for an hour over it, especially after an edible. But yeah, I didn't know that there was an actual channel, so I recently subscribed. I like to just hang out in the chat when now. Yeah. Yesterday, I came to support Breezy. I talked to my peeps here, not listening to Nell. She's hard. Yeah, I get it. I just want to have a balance so people can still come and get their foodie content if they want it here. And if you're only here for now, you're going to have that daily too. So I'm still covering foodie. She's just not going to be like the first thing on my mind, you know, unless something changes, if she goes to rehab, whatever, that would be great. I'll be the first on that. But I don't care to watch her eat herself to death all the time, or at least be the first on that. Fatty is boring AF. Nal is the new queen for Gorlworld now. She took over. Aaron said Satan is my number one. Okay, that's really cute. You guys are adorable. All right, so we're going to watch Foodie lie, cheat, eat, basically die some more. Here we go.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Hi there. Want to wish someone a happy birthday? Or give a unique special occasion gift? Or if you just want to have a personalized video from me to you that you can keep forever and ever and ever, get a cameo now. Hi guys! On today's episode, we are going to enjoy a beautiful Canadian nature intro here, and then I'm going to show you a special B-Day gift, and then...
Did her and Pissy Poo switch bodies? I mean, it is Friday. Like, she took on Pissy Poo's personality. Annie, we're going to Twitter next. I hate this stuff she says to you, Breezy. Now or Foodie. I love that you're branching out, though. It's time. It's time. You know, when you feel it in your soul, like it's time to talk about other people and other things, and we'll still cover Foodie, but like, let's branch out a little bit more. Like, I still want to go back to the Daniel Larson stuff. Like, there's so many videos we got to cover. Just because I don't know what's wrong with me with that, but I want to see what else is out there. And there's so many other people. And she looks like shit, by the way. Foodie looks like shit.
and we will get lunch and talk a bit about the PayPal scam.
Blondie, hello, beautiful. Hey, Panda.
Or no scam ordeal. Yalla, let's go.
Let's go.
So I just wanted to share one of my favorite birthday gifts that I received. And it's a Alice in Wonderland, sorry, I forgot the name, bag, like a homemade, I guess, kind of bag that you can put things inside, like a cosmetic bag or something. And I can never have too many of those, especially when traveling. I always need an extra one usually for things.
But what does that quote have to do with Alice in Wonderland? I mean, I've seen it enough times. Always remember you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. Do we 99-cent store bees?
That I buy while I'm here. So it says, always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem,
Hey,
and
Ellen.
smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. That's so cute. And it says, eat me, drink me, Alice in Wonderland. I love it. So for
I love that movie.
me, these thoughtful gifts are actually more valuable than like a bunch of money. For me, it's not like what you spend. It's the thoughtfulness you put in. Somebody thinking of you is priceless. Well, I wanted to eat out here.
Did you look that up?
But as you can see, it's raining.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have barburrito for lunch.
When you have a stomach flu, like even days later, your stomach's not feeling right, right? How did she go from the ER for the stomach flu? She was shitting so much, her ring fell off her finger in the tub, and she turned into a skinny legend, and blah, blah, blah. And she was never going to eat bad again. She was going to change her ways. How do you go from that to this?
Lunch, which is like a Canadian Chipotle. So let me unpack this. Lots of napkins, which is good. And I thought we would just talk and chit-chat about some things, and I'll have lunch with you guys.
Heck.
I'm severely craving a burrito bowl.
Yes, she was done after she got out of the ER, but today she changed her mind, and we got a burrito bowl right after having the stomach flu. Yay!
Whoa. Yeah. Yum. Yum. I'll just like mix it around. So I got a barbacoa bowl. All the rice and everything is at the bottom. Which barbacoa is marinated beef, as you know. Rice, beans, extra cheese, lime crema, guacamole, jalapenos, pickled red onions, salsa, pico.
Yeah, I never really got like all the rave about Chipotle. I mean, it's okay. But maybe I'm just not getting. I mean, I just get a cheese quesadilla, so there's that. It's not like I'm doing all that.
Chipotle sauce. I got these to kind of, scoop it with, I guess you could say. Dig in.
That looks nasty.
The weather is so bad. Oh my gosh. What the hell? I guess it's spring for you, huh?
Her and Diaper Dude should. That's a really good idea.
Beauty bite.
She is.
That's so good. The Ariba chips are better than Doritos, I find.
You say so.
This is my first like hefty meal since being sick.
Your hand has become the universe. Is it the filters, or is that literally her giant? Like, I know her hand is huge, but why does it look bigger? Huge. No Bismillah, no Blondie, not tonight.
I did have like a pretty hefty meal actually.
Hefty.
Yesterday. I had some birthday. I had a birthday celebration meal.
This is old then.
I had it late because I was sick, Oh. I went to drink. I have Gatorade Fit, the watermelon strawberry today. Yeah, it has like 1 sugar, 3 grams of carbs.
I feel like you're the kind of person who thinks if you drink that, you're magically going to become fit. It doesn't work like that.
Naturally sourced, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I got to plug in my phone. Hold on.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So Eid Mubarak, everyone who celebrated or who observed.
Were they always this huge, though? Oh, for her mom's birthday?
The barbacoa meat is so tender.
Hey, Dot.
I love it.
The clubbing's due to smoking? So do we agree she's back to doing feeder content because she's going broke?
have some Lush gift cards for my birthday. So I have to at some point go to Lush.
Yeah, Panda, I had to plug in my thumb because it's broken, so I'm trying to fix it. No, my phone.
And there's one in the Rito Center, I think, still, and the San Laurent Mall.
She makes me not want to eat. You know what? I've lost weight watching Foodie, and I've also been working out, but I started in Gorlworld overweight because I was going through a weird time in sobriety. It was just like a weird phase of my life. And like I wasn't like this. I was like just, I could have definitely lost weight. And then I started watching her and like being scared of becoming her. So then I started moving more, and I mean, I allow myself like snacks, like I do my applesauce and my fruit cups and stuff like that. But like mainly I choose like salads or healthy things because I'm terrified. And like I realized too, I'm in my 40s and it's either going to go uphill from here or like downhill. So I want to choose uphill. But I see a lot of people, they're like, I started out at whatever amount of pounds watching Foodie Beauty and I've lost 60 now. Like, if anything, she's scared people straight. She has. Oh, I love the Marty emoji. You too can look like me. Not fat shaming, but Jesus Christ. She fat shames other people, so like don't feel bad doing it to her.
I'm just trying to enjoy my time here while I'm here.
Marty's here? Marty!
Chipotle
I'm
mukbang.
so sorry I missed the wedding.
These are very popular right now.
I overslept.
And I've been seeing them and I'm like, I'm craving that. Oh.
Hey! Eric said she's doing feeder content for the returns I bet she had to do for the people who she scammed, and that's why she's doing this video to get ahead of it. Well, I think eventually we're going to get to the part where she said she only made like $37 during her little scam.
I'm feeling a lot better. I mean, I'm pretty much better.
Somehow you look even worse. I'm a 6-foot tall man and I weigh at least 100 pounds less than Foodie.
Okay, so I don't even want to like address drama or rumors or things like that, but
you think so, Dot?
Regarding like PayPal scamming, I had 3 people donate to me, and I made $37. Which, thank you guys.
Hold on, before she feeds us her line of BS, would you agree that it doesn't matter if it was like $1 or $1,000? Like a scam is a scam, and it's somebody's money that you shouldn't have done that with?
As very much. So, end of story. I had like 3 people who donated. I made $37, and that's all I'm gonna say. And I offered my money back. So, if you were wanting it, so that's all I'm gonna say.
So, if you don't know, Foodie Beauty showed up in Canada one day. She was like missing because she got a community strike, so she couldn't upload. This was all like around the same time. And then she showed up in Canada and she was going to move back because she needed to take her health seriously. And she was scared of the Kuwait summer. She was saying she was scared she was going to die there during the summer. It terrified her. So because of that, she left her husband and moved back to Canada, which many of us were saying, like, who cares like about the heat, right? If it's my husband, like, I'll just sit in the AC if it's really that hot out. Like, I'm not leaving my husband because it's too hot to go to another country. The whole thing was weird. And then she was talking about getting an apartment and yada, yada, yada. And so she was saying, basically that she needed help furnishing it. Her audience started to like offer to send donations. They wanted to know where. So she took donations to her PayPal for an apartment she never furnished because she had no damn plans on getting one. She scammed her audience.
For that, just to clarify. It's kind of peaceful, the rain, though.
I'd rather hear that than you're chomping.
It's like a taco salad, kind of.
Oh, really, Gary? You know, apparently we're all doing it wrong because you can make bank apparently panhandling. I don't know why we bother working or even doing anything, you know? Wait, Marty picks on people who are mentally unwell. I think he goes after the bad guys, and you'll never change my mind on that.
But your appetite, it does come back.
This is a sloppy. Yeah, it's feeder content.
After you're not sick. When you're sick, you're like, no, I'll never eat that.
What I would
Maybe love it,
recommend,
right?
what I would recommend is if you have an issue with any other creator, you take it up with them because I'm never going to agree that there's certain people that shouldn't be gone after. So I think we're just going to have to agree to disagree on this. And Marty.
Rain, but I didn't even realize that. Maybe it's super loud. That's definitely going to be someone's thumbnail.
Bringing the glucose sky high. Exactly. She is Tony.
Do you guys like pinto beans or black beans more?
Pinto. Our tweakers look baked.
The pinto.
Don't tweakers usually look baked? I definitely looked baked back in the day. She ain't eating like, oh yes, don't forget, we can't forget. This drink is gonna get her fit, you guys. She's gonna have that 6-pack tomorrow.
I also should have got some hot sauce though. Hot sauce is where it's at. I have an idea.
Was I a tweaker back in the day? Do you really want to know? From being in the sun, she has orgasm. I know. Am I missing out in life? I can't think of any food that's given me like the big O like she gets. Thank you, Erin.
You guys love burrito bowls?
Not necessarily. You do, apparently. Yikes. What's bigger, the bowl or her hand?
So I just want to say also that, you know, so many creators have some kind of link to a donation site, like a PayPal, Cash App, whatever. You know, we entertain your butt. So like we should get paid. We should get money. And you know, there's no shame in that. Like it's not like I rely on PayPal donations to like support me. So yeah, so that's totally not the case. There's no scamming going on.
You may not rely on that, but are you relying on feeders?
You know, nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. I guess that's it for this video. That was a very delicious lunch. Thank you for eating with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Okay. I mean, what do we say? She's gross. Ew. Like I said, I'm just at this point with her, like, get better or don't. Go bedbound or don't. Like, you're just torturing yourself. Like, who cares? This is coming from someone who botched without tipping. Wait, what? You've never had the right taco salad? Oh, are you going to make me a taco salad, Lisa? I heard yours is amazing. Justify not refunding them. She is trash. She doesn't deserve $1. She doesn't deserve shit. She deserves to seriously lose it all. I'm sorry. Like, in general, if you haven't watched her for a long time, you're probably wondering why I'm so mean. Like, she's truly one of those people, well, who deserves to lose it all for one thing, and another thing will have to, because she'll never change on her own. Like, with people like that, they have to lose everything, not have $1 to their name, a roof over their head in order to like wake the hell up. Yeah, she lied to get that money. It's sneaky. It doesn't matter, like I said, if it was $1 she took from somebody, $37, $1,000, either way, it wasn't her money to run off with. You know, she was taking that money to furnish an apartment. She didn't furnish it. It was still, I don't care. It's dirty. It's just dirty. And it's not the first time she did that. One time when she was living in Canada, in case you guys didn't know, like if you ever hear us joke around, we cry for food and shelter, it's because she lost power for 3 whole hours. Okay? If that. If that. And she made the longest community post in the world. And the part that stood out to me is like people were worried. I think there was people that ended up without power for like a week certain places. People were wondering how they were going to keep their pets warm, their kids warm. And Foodie was more concerned on how she was going to stuff her face and whatever else. So she wrote this whole long community tab. I actually have the screenshot still. I can find it if you guys want me to. Anyway, so a whole long thing trying to make us feel horrible for her because she lost power. And she literally says now, we cry for food and shelter. 3 hours. 3 hours. It's wild. You know nothing about her 5 top things I should know about her. She's an animal abuser. She neglected her senior pets. Like you can find clips of how she kept her house and how they were surrounded by, I'm going to paint you a whole story of this, of how they're surrounded by trash. There was poop on the floor, food on the floor. At one point, like 6 different condom wrappers on the floor. One of the cats died in there, and it was locked in the room. And you should see the way they kept that feeding area. Like a greasy cardboard box with just like dry food thrown on there. They were oftentimes hungry, crying for food. She would only give them treats. One time she left and didn't leave any food for them or anything, and people had to donate to that. She had a senior cat named BBJ who was in desperate need to go see a vet. Like several signs this cat needed to see a vet. She had members donate 200, 100, X amount of dollars, and she took donations to take her cat to the vet who was matted, needed like all kinds of stuff. And anyway, she never ended up taking the cat to the vet. She runs off. FFG rescues the cat, takes it to the vet. It had 5 ingrown nails into its paw pad and like other health problems. If you guys remember specifically reading through the vet records, can you list it in the chat? Because I'm getting upset talking about it right now. Imagine how painful that is for an animal who's using its little feet that has to walk around and to have 5 nails grown into the paw pads. And this woman had every opportunity to take her cat to the vet. It's not like she had no money. She would literally take donations from people and then go get her nails done and go buy new underwear because she was sleeping around with different men. Which brings me to my next point. She used to sleep with married men, which whatever, like, I don't know. She basically would pay married men to sleep with her, yada, yada, yada. But this is after she got a disease. She got an STI, gonorrhea in her throat, and like she had an outbreak on her face, and she never went back and got it cleared up. She was supposed to go back for more medication. The medication they did give her for it, she gave half of the pill to the guy who supposedly gave her gonorrhea. And anyway, so after that happened, then she goes and sleeps around town. So that's personally a reason why I find her disgusting. You don't get an STD, you don't contract something and go sleep around with other people who have no idea you have it. I think it's dirty. I think it's disgusting. I think it's trashy. And that's another reason to hate her on her own. She abused her cat. She's racist. She paid men to give her fake love. See, Lisa puts it all down. I'm giving a whole backstory here. She paid someone to marry her. She's a fake revert Muslim. Yeah. Don't forget her cycle. She lives in a loop. Yeah. So she's constantly changing. She's constantly going to do better. She's constantly whatever. Nothing ever changes with her. She just gets worse. I personally hate her because she came for my child. And I was actually nice to her until she did that. I was rooting for her. Well, before I knew about the animal abuse. In the beginning, I started out very nice to her. And she ended up one day telling the world that I sold my daughter for a bottle of alcohol. She told her that she made a community tab saying I sold her to garlic bread. I gave her away. I chose alcohol over her. And then she was friends with Pissy Poo, who literally put my child's face and real name as her Twitter account and was making different YouTube accounts with my daughter's photo and different things on there. So I am nice to people until you come for my kid, and then Mama Bear comes out, and I want nothing but the worst for you. So I hope that explains. She cycles so fast she makes Lance Armstrong jealous. Her chat offered to pay for a mobile vet. Then her chat gave her money to take BBJ to the vet, and she took the money, didn't take the cat to the vet, and then told her chat it's now her money. Yeah. Cuba rage. She's also racist, which is horrible in itself, but I'll keep going. She thinks the people jumping out of buildings on 9/11 is hilarious. She likes to watch videos of it. Again, getting upset talking about it. I remember that day specifically, what I was doing, where I was at, like that day so vividly. It was so traumatizing and awful, and so many people lost loved ones. People thought they were going to work one day and just never came home to their kids, you know? And I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny at all. People were actually doing that so they didn't burn in the buildings. Do you know, like, that's not something to laugh about. It's just not. So she's disgusting. You guys, anything else I'm missing here? It's pretty bad. Like, if you've watched her long enough, like, you get why everybody hates her. If you're just stumbling upon her, it looks like we're bullying this Muslim woman, when really she just paid a man to marry her and put on the hijab because she said she wanted to cover her chins. She wanted to hide them, all 6 of them. So that's a backstory on her. She doxes people, children's, calls social services. She's literally doxed an elderly person's like retirement home because she was mad that the woman stole her boyfriend. Like, said the name of it, what room number the person was in. She got somebody fired from a job. She's called CPS on people. The list goes on. The list goes on. She's like now, but like trying to be more discreet about it, and like she'll be good for a while and then do these nasty rages that ends up getting her in trouble these days. If any of you have sons, that false report is disturbing, right? She forces, oh, how could we forget about the time she got drunk and forced herself on her roommate, who later came out and said, yeah, it was technically SA. So make fun of school shootings. Yes, she made fun of school shootings. She said Pumped Up Kicks is America's national anthem. You can find all of this online. Told her audience to go call them, like egg them to do it. Got Dee fired. Yep. If any of you have sons, all the doxing. The doxing in itself is wrong. Yeah. Showed chickens being, yes, she did show that too. I can't even say it, but what Dottie's comment is. That was disgusting. I'm not saying like, I'm sorry, like if you eat meat, do whatever. If it's in your culture to slaughter, I can't tell you what to do, but I could tell you that the rest of us don't want to see it and be excited and fascinated to watch an animal die. Like, I don't know. She also thinks running over animals in the road is funny. She draws cartoons of them. Like, she's hit so many animals in her car. She used to drive high all the time. She hits curbs, animals, and then she would make cartoons where, like, the rest of us, like, if I hit an animal in my car, I would be devastated. Like, even a raccoon, possum, anything. Like, it would deeply affect me. Like, one time, actually not that long ago, I almost killed myself on my electric scooter. Don't make fun of me. I have so much damn fun on that thing. I was literally like going through the park because I have fun going down hills. Like, I'm 41, but whatever. I still like live my best life. And I almost ran over a lizard that like ran in front of me. So like I like literally flew off the scooter. I was fine. Like, I didn't like get hurt or die or anything, but like I would sacrifice myself to save a little lizard. That's who I am. Oh, is Gary? What did Gary say? She took food from a girl who was anorexic. How can I forget that? She sprayed poop all over someone's bathroom and left the mess. Yes, she is that kind of person who took food from an anorexic girl. She did. The list goes on and on. I know. I didn't know about the 9/11. Thank God, she's a gross human piece of shit. Yeah, she finds it funny to watch those videos. She gets her kicks from that. It takes a messed up kind of person, like, to find any of that funny at all. She made fun of Yaba's recently deceased kid's father and FFG's recently deceased mom. She did that too. So I hope that paints a picture of why we don't like her. We're not bullying a woman because she's overweight. really her weight's not really the issue. People didn't start talking about like and calling her fatty and stuff like that until she started. This is what she did. She wants everybody to believe all the reaction channels are fatter or huger, whatever than her. And so she literally targets people, and she'll share photos of different reaction channels and be like, look at their nose, look at their weight, look at this. Oh, look at those arms. Like, she's so vile. So people start giving it back to her. You want to call people fat? You're fat too, okay? Like, okay, fatty. You know what I mean? It's not, her weight was really just her issue. It was more her behaviors and how she treated people and how she treated animals. That's the issue. She's a horrible person. She just happens to be morbidly obese. She called the kids of the guy she slept with. Yes, I don't want to say it, but she made a very racist remark to children. Also, she got one family kicked out of the apartments where they were living because the kids, she called them hallway kids because they played in the hallway. Yeah. The tail was gone, but it will grow back. When Yo Mama goes live, ask his mods if they support Foodie. They defend her to the end. Yeah. Oh, and said FFG killed someone, killed her dogs, and groomed someone. Yeah, that's vile. FFG, whatever you want to say about her, like, I have no strong opinions whatsoever. Other than I'm grateful she rescued BBJ. I don't care what she says about me. Like, I truly don't. Anyways, FFG is an animal lover. Whatever you think about her, nobody could say she's not. Like, the care she put into her dogs, from what I hear, was like top notch, did the best she could. And unfortunately, like, you know, there comes a time in an animal's life we all have to make a difficult decision. I just went through it. And you decide that you no longer want your animal to suffer, right? As much as you love them, as much as you want them there with you, and tomorrow's going to really, really suck without them. You love them so much, you do right by them, right? We've all been there. We've all had to make that decision, I'm sure. It's one of the toughest things you will ever go through. For me, next to addiction, it was one of the toughest things losing my dog recently. And FFG loved her freaking dogs. I know that for a fact. You don't even have to watch her very long to know she's an animal lover. And it came time, and she had to make a difficult decision. And Foodie has let her know every single day since, and that she killed her dog because it was time. Like, imagine being told that you killed your dog because you did what was best, right? She's just disgusting. And anytime she gets mad at FFG, it's a thing she does. Well, you killed your dog. It's just, I don't know how else to describe it. You get the point. She also got her channel terminated for soliciting a minor on Omegle. That's right. She streamed a minor who flashed himself. And then when her chat was telling her that person's underage, that's a minor, she was like, oh, there's nothing minor about him. That's Foodie. Wait, Candy, FFG raised money for an animal shelter and matched it. Didn't she raise $30,000 for an animal shelter? Whatever you feel about FFG, okay? She raised like a huge amount of money for an animal shelter. She didn't scam her audience, run off with the money, say she was going to do it, and skip the country. You know, she donated a lot. And animal shelters need money. They need money. It takes a lot to feed all these animals that keep coming in because people won't spay and neuter their pets. It takes a lot of money to get the blankets and towels and everything that they need. Leads, right? When people adopt dogs, you don't think of all the stuff these shelters need. So, by the way, if you have extra blankets or towels at home, go donate because they always need them. Same with veterinary hospitals. If your favorite veterinary hospital, like if you never thought about it, they need blankets and towels too. So if you have extra at home and you're thinking about throwing them away, go give them to your local vet. Go give them to the local shelter. They all need them. Putting a pet down is the roughest thing. It's hard. It's literally losing a family member, right? It is. Remember when Foodie promised cards for her subscribers? I do. And she did a coffee. Wasn't it like a postcard subscription? She had a tier up where she was supposed to do like postcards. She was supposed to send somebody coffee. I think they paid for it. Was it Lambo? Also, another fun fact about Foodie Beauty, she had a literally PDF as her mod, Karate Joe. On the sex offender list, literally, he was a PDF. And she said that he should be forgiven because he did his time. Imagine forgiving a PDF for doing their time. It doesn't freaking matter. There's still a PDF. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, there's still a PDF. Like, keep them away from kids. Don't have them as a mod of your YouTube channel. And she referred to this guy as her internet boyfriend. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. Not a single postcard. Lambo never got her coffee. My old dog lived with me for 16 years, and she was at least 2 when rescued her from a traveling hippie lady, Tone, but was ready to put BBJ down for both Natter and almost went through it with, yes. She let her boyfriend at the time do something to BBJ, by the way. We still don't know if he hit her, swatted at her. This is a senior cat, very old cat. But that cat was terrified of him, and she stayed with this guy. She was going to euthanize BBJ just to be with Natter, and then again with Salah. Like, she would taunt her audience that she was going to put BBJ down. What was the comment about the wood chipper? She's not leaving in an XYZ. She's leaving in a bag or something. She was terrible. Like, and everybody loved these cats. Like, there's a lot of animal lovers out there. And we had watched her cats on her channel for like a while, and we had thought she was an animal lover, but we ended up finding out. Anyway, she would taunt everybody all the time that she was going to put her down, and it was really sad. Giving that Chantal had a sexual relationship with an older man at 15, those relationships are normal to her. True. She doesn't care about her subscribers because she said she can get new sucker. I can't even comment on the 15-year-old thing. I think she was still a child and the adult knew better. Like, I know people have argued that it's been a whole debate. I saw it on Twitter where people like, well, the age of consent is different in Canada. It doesn't matter. Like, she was 15, that was an adult, and that's gross and that's weird. I don't care if she was coming on, like, the whole thing, that's weird. So I believe that was wrong. I can't make the 15-year-old at fault for that. That's where I battle with her. That's where it's like weird. She did something to Annie P's birthday. It was a scam. Cats don't go to cardboard boxes. They get buried in plastic bags. There we go. You were wrong on that one. She did something. Oh, wait. She bought subs to get to 100K. The only good to come out of Omegle was Frank. I have no idea who that is, and it's probably a good idea. I don't know if I need any more weird people that I have to fall down rabbit holes. My plate is full, people. My plate is full with the crazies. All right, let's go to Twitter, and I retweeted some things. I'm just going to skip my pinned comment because I don't have the energy to go at Busy Little Bee right now. I just don't. Actually, I have the energy, but like, I'm in such a chill mood. I had my little edible and I'm just chill. Like, I'm chill. Yeah, don't forget BBJ and a wood chipper. Ugh. She's just gross, and I don't know why she keeps getting animals. I really don't, and I wish it wasn't a thing. Oh, well, I think that's as close as I can get it, but I know you guys are able to zoom in on YouTube. He is a piano player and plays by ear alone. Listen to a song and plays it almost perfect. He's a fun pal. Oh, okay, so he's a normal person? I'm all for that. Send me a normal person. I like Omegle jumps. I didn't even really know what it was before Foodie had that person up. I don't get into the weird things like that. Marty said, I don't particularly like cats. To be honest, our problem is on their end as far as I'm concerned. They dig their claws in me and twist. I would never do anything to hurt them, but probably wouldn't do much to help. Some people aren't cat people. I get that. I was more of a dog person my whole life. I still kind of am. I love cats, but like, I don't know, maybe I just like needy animals. Like, I feel like cats that I've had are just like snobby and they don't like need me or something. But I love them. I love cats. I love all animals, but I feel like I've always got pets where like I really have to put in a lot of work and they need me to, like bearded dragons. Like, I loved owning them because they like to hang out with me and be on my shoulder. They just don't like you. I've tried. You're not bringing them catnip. I think that's the problem. Nightmare. Pets are simply toys to her. It's like, that's it. It's just a toy. It is. Cats are better. All animals are amazing. That's what I will say. But I've always bonded with like lizards and dogs my whole life. Like I love to like catch lizards and pet them and give them a little boop and send them on their way. I've owned a lot of different lizards. But they're amazing. Marty, it's time you take care of Foodie for good. Foodie's gonna take care of herself. Like nobody needs to help the situation in general. Like Foodie is taking her, she's living her karma. It's only gonna get worse for her. Nobody has to do a damn thing. They need to step it up at this point. I have 2 cats, grew up with dogs and cats my whole life. Yeah, it seems like you're either like a really strong dog person or a cat person. I love them all, but like, I don't know. I love my puppers. I love them. I love taking them on walks. I used to take my bearded dragon out too. He had like a little leash and a harness. I was one of those pet owners. I really was. My cats are my family. Animals are just better than people in general. Like, truly think about it for a second. Like when I think of animals versus people, like animals have never hurt me. Animals have never let me down. Animals have never disappointed me. They've never made promises they can't keep. They've never cheated on me. It's always like unconditional love. Like people hurt people, people let me down, people disappoint me, but like my dog never has, And it's just like an unconditional love. I don't know how to explain it. I remember certain parts, like when I got Chachi, I was like newly sober and I felt like the biggest piece of shit in the world. Like I just felt like I've let so many people down in my life and I was trying so hard, to get my life together and back on track, but like nobody was trusting me still. And it was just really difficult. Like when you're newly sober, you have to like gain trust back from everybody. And I just remember going to meetings and doing like my parenting classes and everything I needed to do and just coming home and I felt like shit. Like, how the hell did you get yourself into this mess? Like, you've had a good life. Like, you have this beautiful child. How the hell do you get yourself into this mess? And I would come back from all this stuff, and my dog was excited to see me, didn't judge me, didn't look at me like I was a monster. And it was just like, I don't know, she's helped me. She really helped me get through like that first year sober. She really did. Cats can sense the paranormal and are always protecting us, whether we realize it or not. I've heard that. I've heard that. I have 5 cats. One stays in the house all day and night, and the other 4 go in and out. That's cool because animals can't talk or say hurtful things. And even if they could talk, they would never like judge or be mean to us, right? Thank you, Ray. Kim, hey. My Persian is like a puppy. Oh, that's so cute. I had one cat that was like a dog, and like when I would walk my dog, the cat would follow us on walks. It was the cutest thing, like all around the corner. It would just like trot sometimes behind or like run forward and run up a tree and then like come back and meet us. It was the coolest damn cat. It was so cool. And that cat found me. Like one day it just appeared and it would just like cry outside the door. So I would always feed it, but like it wouldn't come inside. And I don't know. I don't know if it was just like a street cat that got hungry enough and was like, okay, let me try this house. I truly don't know where he came from. But when I moved, I tried to take him and I did everything I could. And he was just like, I choose the streets. But he was so damn cool. That was the coolest cat. I have 5 cats too. Oh, yeah, they're your fur babies. Julia from Dank Fupa would sound just like his last video. Yeah. People laugh. He's my baby. Animals are great. I don't know. We need to protect them. And if you take anything away from this conversation, please spay and neuter your pets too. Spay and neuter, vaccinate. And, animals don't have a voice. And when you get them, it's a commitment for the rest of their life. It is. When you choose to go out there and get a pet, it's for the rest of their life. So, like Chachi, as long as she's alive, my job is to make sure she's happy, comfortable, taken care of, and like living the best life possible, right? Because she didn't ask me to get her, I adopted her. So they're a commitment. They're a commitment. Gotta go. We have just had a what? Oh my gosh. My baby is spayed and protected. That's awesome, Burberry. Why is the screen not moving? Because my lips are flapping. My lips are flapping. Keep your pets away from women like Foodie with huge back boobs. All right, let's get to the Foodie Twitter stuff. I don't know if I want to know about the attack right now because I'm going to stay up worrying. I don't know if I want to know, but please be safe and be okay. And like, my prayers are with you. Let me know you're okay. I don't know. I'm scared to check. I'm so shit. If cats didn't exist anymore, I'd probably never notice. Marty, what's your favorite animal? What's your favorite animal? I need to know. Yeah, please keep us updated. Yeah. Whatever you believe in, like take a moment to just send good energy out or prayers. I'm going to take a second too, but I'm still not checking right now. Okay. Ducks, dogs, horses. Horses are so cool. Ducks kind of scare me. I think they're cool. But I remember one time I was visiting Oregon and I got chased by a bunch of them. It was kind of scary when you're a kid. They seem so big then. Cats are cool. Cats are cool. I'm definitely lizard and a dog kind of a gal. There's several animals I would own if I could. Like, I really want a hedgehog, but like, I don't think it's legal and I don't really know enough about hedgehogs. But anyways, all right, let's get to Foodie. We need a distraction from reality right now. So Nadia said, norovirus my ass, bitch, please. Take it all in. Her hand is legit as big as that bowl. And look at that mouth. She might be single soon, you guys. Step right up. Apparently she can open wide, so I guess that's a plus. She's losing her teeth, so that's, I guess, a plus too. Judgy said Chantel's latest should put a rest to all the stupid speculation that she was in the hospital because of DKA. One does not go from DKA to binging on a burrito bowl ever. There was people talking about her having like diabetic ketoacidosis. I think I retweeted it. I think I did. So Nadia asked, what's bigger, her hand or the bowl? Her giant ass face. That's what I'm choosing. But why is her hand so creepy? It's kind of like a doctor's glove, like when you blow it up. And her thumb is like, I don't even know. That thing's going to go. I think her thumb's going to fall off soon. She could be thumbless booty. Grow up. Me? I could never neuter my boy. He trusts me. How could I? I think you should. I think you should, but I'm not going to get into the debate right now. I'm not. I'm going to choose my battles, and this one I'm just saying I think you should. Is Marty telling me to grow up? Marty, are we having our first fight? She'll give him a gummer. Okay, I just made myself sick. Well, she could. I mean, I think that's how she's getting them because she's losing all her teeth. So there's no risk of the teeth, getting in the way. Oh, geez. Okay, are your friends and family okay? They look like they hurt. Yeah. The filters, is that what it is? I don't know. It's like her thumb was disappearing in the rest of her hands. All right, let's keep going. Salt and Sauce, did I read this one? Salt and Sauce said, so she wants us to believe she's slamming Mexican food after requiring multiple hours in the ER due to the norovirus. That inflames your GI tract big time. Now, I think her issue is related to one of her chronic conditions that she doesn't want to admit to. You know what somebody else was saying? I happened to see it on Twitter, so I'm going to try and word it, I don't know, as close as to what they did. Something along the lines of she had to go get blood work done for her visa renewal, her visa renewal. And when she went, they noticed something wrong with her blood levels, her levels. And so they sent her immediately to the ER. And I kind of think that too. Which teeth, the mouth or the VJ? Oh my God, I'm remembering that toy with the teeth now. Oh boy, the things that we talk about sometimes. She was high as a kite in the ER. It seemed like it. She could have also been med seeking. That's a thing. That's a thing. The ring and hijab are going to the grave with her. She has no other identity. It's true. Whoever she's with, Joe, I love you. And you know why. I love you. Just to let you know. We're talking about Foodie Beauty right now. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. No, I lost my train of thought. It's gone. It went into the wind. Does anyone else feel depressed after reading all of what Chantel has done? It's horrible she still has a channel. There will always be viewers, sadly so. She will never have to work. So unfair. Yes. It's very sick and disgusting. Everything she has done. Like, every single thing she has done. But, like, we cover her. A lot of the reaction channels cover her because she tries to spin the truth, right? She says we're lying. She says it didn't happen. And so, like, the reaction channels, like, a lot of us still cover it to keep calling her out and to make sure she can't rewrite history. And it's kind of like our way of making her pay for these horrible things. Because she would love for us all to go away so she can say we're all liars. She deletes most of this stuff. So a lot of us try to catch it. So it makes me sad. And then I remember we're sitting through the BS with a purpose to make sure, you know, people know she abuses animals. So if you don't ever give her one, don't ever, no, please don't. And never forget. If anything, never forget the horrible animal abuse, making fun of school shootings, 9/11 victims. She deserves to be called out every day for the rest of her life. She will never collect a pension if she lives that long. Why does she have viewers, though? I don't understand it. A lot of it's like hate watching, right? A lot of people are hate watching her. There's like the few sickos that really think she's amazing and does nothing wrong. But for the most part, like maybe buddy trolls, hate watching. A lot of us seeing how the shit show ends too. I'd rather work personally. I get that. I think a lot of us are numb about, well, it's true. We've been going through this with her for so long. At some point, you like become numb to it, which is really sad. It's really sad. We should just call now Queef Cobra for, you know, that's who she forever will be. She needs to get a Queef Cobra tattoo. Pondu tells Foodie to get effed with a bunch of middle fingers. Mrs. Floopa Booty says, I hope she's telling the truth about only getting $37 because that would be hilarious. That's enough to cover like one meal for her. Is it even enough for that with the way she eats? I mean, if you've ever seen her mukbangs, I mean, this was like mild compared to what she usually does. So Julie, quoting Foodie Beauty, says, this is my first hefty meal since I've been sick. Actually, I've had a hefty meal yesterday. I received 3 PayPal donations of $37 total. I offered it back if they want it. We entertain you. We deserve money. Is anybody ever really entertained watching her anymore? Like, I don't think I've been entertained with her since she was rolling down hills. I feel like that was truly the last time. Oh my gosh. Blue, yeah, but I won't lose. It's funny. It's true. $37. No, I don't think it would either. I don't think so. The best was the other night when Nal took back the shopping cart and went in. It's all quiet. The neighborhood's quiet. People are sleeping. That thing was making like a racket. You could hear that shopping cart coming from like a mile away. I will never forget that. I think I'm telling, she's the new Foodie Beauty. She just is. I'm not entertained. Yeah, I haven't been for a really long time, Joe. It's been a long time. I'm just not excited about her anymore. So, all right, let's keep reading. Let's read a few more tweets. And then tomorrow, you guys, if Nal goes live earlier-ish, I will be live too. Shoshi Bug? How do you say it? Shoshi Bug? I don't know. Whatever that name is says. Regarding PayPal e-begging by Chantel, and I quote, we entertain your butts. We should get money. I honestly cannot stand that arrogant, entitled biatch. She is entitled. Okay, this is some Michael Furberger. I don't know. I just think sometimes I have like a really weird sense of humor. And I need to, like Mari said, grow up. I need to grow up sometimes, but I'm entertained by this. My beauty wife prove love for me excite. So if you don't know about Salah, he has a poop fetish. Yes, meet Salah. That's supposed to be him in the background, I think. And then that's Foodie when she was in Thailand. She had this like ridiculous hat that didn't fit on her head. And he told her she looked good. So if you're new to her, her husband Salah was DMing with her Beezer, K-Bella. So her Beezer is like her paying member. And he fell in love with this woman while Foodie Beauty was in the ER, like one of the many times she was in the ER. And they formed this relationship. And he would tell her things like he wanted to shit on her. He wanted to grape her Bible. He wanted to wear her cross around his balls, sperm everywhere. At one point, she was barking at him. I actually have a clip ready to go if you guys want to see it. Ray making fun of Scatman was entertaining. Foodie was just a side piece. Yeah. I noticed she's not said a word about my husband. I wonder what's really going on with that. Hold on. I have something to pull up because I feel like, we have new people coming in specifically for like the Queen Cobra content, but unfortunately they're probably going to have to hear a little bit of Foodie too. So let's just give them like a little summary of who Salah is. I have to get it up really fast. Well, I don't have to, you know what I mean. I don't have to get it up, but I'm just sticking my foot in my mouth here. I'm trying to find the damn video is what I'm saying, okay? Let me just get my video. This edible though, I'm really feeling good. Yes, I am. You probably can't tell, but all right, I think it's Suck It Foodie. Isn't that the title, you guys who have watched it a million times with me? I think this is it. Yeah. All right. No, don't play yet. All right. So Salah barks. Like, okay, I have a 7-pound chihuahua. Oh, shoot. Don't go yet, lady. Anyways, my 7-pound chihuahua has a far more intimidating bark. Like, she scares away the mailman, anybody that comes to the door. And Salah likes to bark at people, and he has the tiniest woof you will ever hear. I mean, if somebody tells me to bark at them, I'm going to sound like a Great Dane, a Pit Bull, like a St. Bernard. I'm going to whip out like my greatest woof. He doesn't do that.
I don't even believe in God right now. Why am I wearing fucking hijab? I don't believe in anything anymore. I gave my cats away for you. Yeah, fuck you. That's what you can do with your apology.
Well, I feel like I'm talking to a real dog, a real slave, a pure dog. I'm gonna shit on you and rape you and spit on your face. Get down on your knees, beg me to forgive you.
I'm sorry for people who assume that I'm a good person. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a hateful piece of shit. I'm a hateful piece of shit.
So that's them in a nutshell. She was crying when she found out about Salah DMing with Kbella. So that was her. I gave away my cats for you because she did. She did. And then that was him leaving like voice notes to Kbella. There's a lot more. Like there's so many DMs. If ever you guys want me to read out the DMs, it's worth sticking around for. Yeah, sounds like an owl. I'm telling you though, like whip out your best bark. Like impress somebody. I don't know what to tell you. She's right. She is a hateful piece of shit. She really is. Sounds like an owl. We know. I saw that, Marin. What did Marin say? I used to follow the train wreck and the Trisha. Oh, are you guys talking about Gabby? Is she okay again, or is she going through her weird whatever's happening? I stopped checking in on her because she was going nuts with like the Bible talk, and I don't know. I couldn't hang. I couldn't hang. But I hope she's doing okay. I remember there was like an intruder she let into her house. That whole thing was crazy. And then I kind of checked out. I think she has a really good voice, so I've heard her music, and I think she's really talented. She's pretty talented. All right, let's read a few more tweets, you guys, and then I will come back tomorrow, and we will do some Queen Cobra content. Anyways, if you're on Twitter and you want some funny foodie beauty art, like Michael Furberger is the account to go to. And anyways, the whole point I played that is because it's a running joke with salon poop, and you'll hear that like a lot and wonder why we're talking about poop so much. It's because he really enjoys it. Season said she's off her goddamn rocker, saying she deserves our money for entertaining us, paraphrasing. Listen, you Delulu moron. We are laughing at you, not with you. The community built around you is entertaining and fun. You are not. That ended about 2 years ago. Yeah, it's been a long time. Like, she's really got to bring back some hill rolling, bouncing on purple balls. She's got to bring that back. Like, we can't carry on with her doing this. She can't carry on doing this. Mysterious said, I guess my assumption that Foodie Beauty didn't get back to Kuwait due to the PayPal situation was spot on. I just don't get why they just celebrated her birthday when she was in Canada for it. Are these pre-recorded videos to appease her beezers? Just saying. It is weird that they just celebrated her birthday. Like, what day is it at this point? I don't even know. Hold on. It's the 13th. Her birthday was the 28th. She hasn't been sick that long. She was in Canada. The saddest thing is they are both just doing this nonsense for now until it's done, but they have involved more innocent animals, and what will become of them when she's back to her normal life? I hope her hamster and cat are okay over there. I truly do. Trish is doing well. She's pregnant again. Oh, wow. They are pre-recorded, in my opinion. It makes sense. Something just isn't adding up. None of this is making sense to me, other than what you just said. Season said, I'm starting to believe... Wait, did we read that one? Oh, no. Kelly said, how in the hell does Foodie eat this when she's getting over a stomach flu? Goes to show you she was lying about what she was there for. TikTok chins. Ew. Season said, I'm starting to believe, like others, the ER story was BS. I think she was on a play date with Pete's Friday to see the eclipse and needed some deflection from her PayPal scam. So she pulled another health crisis by eating family-sized meals days later. Math ain't mathing. Trashy Gorley said, so Foodie Beauty is still broke and can't afford to go back to Kuwait? If only Salah and his job would pay for that flight. Yeah, he has no job. He can't pay for shit. This is interesting said, okay, is it just me or is life by chins see you next Tuesday's nostrils extra enormous and flared? Bloody hell, girl, it's okay to breathe in between bites for the love of God. She kind of is turning into like a raging bull look. I don't know, the nostrils do flare a lot. Pre-recorded is too much work and effort for a Foodie. That's true. Her mom's birthday is a few days after Foodie. Dottie said Chantel mocks poor Harry and said straight out she won't get him the cage he needs and deserves. She's just gross. He's in like... It's like the basic bitch hamster cage that you go and you just say, I choose that one, not realizing that like hamsters like to have like little tunnels. They like to burrow. They like to hide. They need a lot of like things to keep them entertained. You don't just get a hamster and throw it into a cage and feed it peanuts or whatever she feeds him sometimes. Like he needs more than what he has. And those like wire cages are so bad for their little feet, for their little teeth. It's just not safe. They could get caught in it. I don't know how people don't do research before they just go and get animals. Like, I truly don't understand how that's not a thing. And you just say, hey, I'm going to PetSmart. Okay, let me get a tarantula I've never owned. I'm going to put it in a fish tank. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't understand how people's minds work. I truly don't get it. Harry the 87th, let's hope he didn't end up Salah's. He might have. What if Salah pulled like a Richard Gere? Oh my God, my mind's going to scary places. Maybe she had a three-way with Dee Dee and Natter. Well, somebody posted on Twitter that she was in her like little video. In the background was either like what was it? A deck? I don't know. It was somewhere she used to visit with Natter. Like she's been seen there with him before, so they were wondering if they were hanging out again. My guinea pig cage takes up half the living room. That's because you're a good fur mama. Well, you're a good mama too, but like you did your research and like you understand owning an animal isn't just sticking it in a box and hoping it's like okay, you know? My hamster had a ball he could explore and he chased the cats. It was fun. That's cool. She feeds him Cheetos or cheese puffs. I truly... Why? And she's gone through X amount of hamsters. Like, I don't understand why they keep selling to her. But again, people like, I guess it's about profit for some people. I think Salah has found another sucker and has moved on. Do you think it's like K Bella 2.0? Remember, she was like hinting that she can come back and like do it again. I forget exactly how she worded it. But maybe like she came back as somebody else. And he thinks he's talking to like a new Beezer. And it's really her just gathering info again, and then she's going to expose his ass again. I really want that to happen. Julia will probably eat the poor thing if she already hasn't. She must destroy a bathroom. Nad said the Kia was spotted the other night. People still watch him? She's been buying Nad's groceries from the minute she landed. I've seen that a lot, Dot. I've seen people saying that. I believe it. I don't... You know... Like he's the one that got away to her. Why? I don't know. I truly don't see the like attraction people have, but like whatever, there's a lid for every trash can out there. So there's that. But to Foodie, that's the one that got away. You know, think of that person in your life that like you really wish things worked out or whatever. And if you would do things all over again, you know, there's always in everybody's life, there's the one that's got like that got away, right? That's who Nader is to her. The guy who stabbed somebody, the guy, whatever. I think if he said, "Will you join me and Dee Dee and we could be a throuple?" I think she would say, I think she wouldn't even say a thing. I think she'd be right over there, right over there on the purple mattress eating. What did she say? Foodie or Dee Dee was again an Arby's sandwich, Arby's meat, something gross. Foodie more like a dumpster because Dee Dee played her at her own game. Yeah, it happened to Foodie twice. Once with Dee Dee, who was a subscriber to Foodie, just hanging out in the chat. She stole Natter from Foodie, and then Kay Bella still stole out from Foodie. He truly only stayed with Foodie and didn't like run off into the sunset with Kay Bella because she wasn't going there. Apparently, she had no money. Whatever, it was all a game, you know. But like he truly would have chose Kay Bella over Foodie. I can't believe she's completely ignoring the breakdown of her body. It's because the rush of eating is worth it, you know? She's still, the rush that she feels when she takes that first bite, it's still worth it to her. The high is still worth it. For her, food is her drug of choice. That gets her high, you know? I have to remember that expression that every trash can has a lid. It's true. There's somebody out there for everybody. There is. I see people and I'm like, and yet here I'm over here single, but whatever. I'll find the lid to my trash can one of these days. Oh my gosh, yeah. Great Arby's sandwich. That's what it was. I think Kay Bella was staged for a fake arc to make the Crack Olympics coin. Really? Oh my gosh. Things get weirder and weirder. It always does. All right, let's keep going. Let's read a few more tweets and then you guys will come back tomorrow and let's hope Nal is raging. Someone asked, anybody watch long enough to know? Oh, anybody watching long enough will know she went straight to the nearest drive-thru once discharged. Rule number 1: Foodie lies. The homemade pouch from Amazon, it's tacky AF in my opinion. I mean, I guess I just didn't understand it. If you have Alice in Wonderland stuff like on it, like wouldn't you quote something from Alice in Wonderland? Like would I don't know, wouldn't it be something to go with the I just didn't understand the whole concept of it, but like if she likes it, I guess enjoy it. I hope it lasts longer than a week. Julie says, I don't know why everyone is being so mean and not understanding at all. Her ring fell off. She's wasting away. She needs the extra calories. I don't know why this cracks me up so much, but it's true. That was so funny when she was in the ER and like telling us how she's become like a skinny queen because she didn't eat for like one meal and she was losing so much weight that her ring fell off in the shower. You probably had such greasy hands, it just slipped right off. We know you don't wash those things. We know that. Kaybella looks like she could be Missy Moo's daughter. Huh. 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 Dee Dee is creepy, and I feel so sorry for her mother in that creepy situation with Natter. Just awful. I just can't imagine having to hear all the yelling all the time that goes on in there, and like the smoking, and like being elderly, and like I hope she can breathe okay. I feel like it's her place, and like she deserves peace, and she deserves privacy, and I feel bad for her, but like I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. It's just a weird situation. Are you from LA? Because you sound like Alex is shook. He does reactions on Amberlin. I am. I am from LA. And I'm very aware I sound like a valley girl. But I'm from the valley, so there's that. I'm from Southern California, born and raised, never gonna leave in this lifetime. Unless the aliens come and take me. And that I actually hope happens. Like, I am so weird. I really want to see aliens in my lifetime. I really want them to, like, I don't know, beam by me in their UFO. People call me a pick-me girl, but, like, I'm pick-me for the aliens. Like, beam me up, Scotty. Like, I'm bored here on Earth, It's like too repetitive for me. I don't know. I think my brain should be donated to science because I'm freaking weird, or like, I don't know. So take me up to space, like do what you need to. Um I'm just so bored down here. I'm just so bored. I've never believed the K-Bella stuff. It was a stunt for money. Salah admitted to it because it was reality. Yeah. Oh, you are BR? You know, she did drop her ring. I bet watching her try to pick it up was horrific. It's a shame it didn't just go down the drain, you know? Really, Sarah? I am so fascinated with like UFOs, and like I so badly and desperately want to see one. Like, I don't know. And I just love aliens, everything. Like I love it. I love the thought of there being life out there. You know, and it's so weird. I've always been judged my whole life because I was like one of those weirdos. People were telling me like life doesn't exist on other planets, and I'm like, but why not? Like, if there's life here, why wouldn't there be life somewhere else? Like, it never made sense to me why people like shot the idea of like life out there down. Like, it never made sense to me. And like, here we are. Here we are. They're very real. And Tom DeLonge wasn't crazy, people. You should have listened to Tom. You should have listened to Tom. He knew everything all along. Yeah, until I was 12. A sexy valley girl, not one of those annoying ones. No, I could be annoying though. Like, let's be real. Like, I'm annoying. I even know I'm annoying. True story, my mom and I seen a hovering disc over our neighborhood. Really? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Breezy, you want to see aliens? Go to Walmart. What? Matthew, what the heck? Anyways, I asked her to this day if she remembers that, and she said yes, so I'm not crazy. I believe it. I totally believe it. I'm just curious of how everything really looks like. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I have an idea in my head of what I think everything really looks like. But, like, I'm excited to see it. I hope it happens in my lifetime. I'm weird. I don't care. Beam me up, Scotty. Like, tomorrow, please. I want a future, like, in Mass Effect, just a bunch of cool, fuckable aliens. Do you think aliens are wild? Like, do they have orgies? Like, what really goes on in space? What really goes on? Chantal would get even if K-Bella was true, too. I miss the 24-hour Walmart visits. Fermi Paradox is a fun rabbit hole to go down about the lack of aliens. All right, Fermi Paradox. I'm writing myself a note to look into it. Because if I don't write a note or screenshot it, more than likely I'll forget. Fermi, not Permi. Paradox. All right. Thank you. Did you see they saw city lights on some planet recently? Really? Yes, aliens look like that. Channing Tatum? I hope so. No, I want aliens to look like... I want like a Lil Wayne body. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm trying to think. If we're thinking about attractive aliens, okay, don't make fun of me. I think Lil Wayne has a hot body, and he has a ton of tattoos. Or like Mod Sun. It would be nice to have some Mod Sun aliens. Some Dave Matthews. Who else do we need? I don't know. I want some Megan Fox ones, please. That would be great. That would be great. Same Joe, those 3M shopping trips were the best. Does anyone think that Foodie is pulling another scam? Got max views on her going back to Kuwait video, knowing she's actually staying in Canada this time and wants to get everyone back on her side. I think Foodie's always pulling a scam. So whenever anybody's going to ask me that, yes, yes, knowing she's actually staying in Canada. I think she's doing this whole back and forth, and eventually she's going to get confused with her own lies, and eventually we're going to know. I want them to look, oh, he's hot. He's hot. Or like, what's the guy's name that played Dexter? He's really hot. What's the guy, Rio from Good Girls? I need a Rio alien. Like, please send me a Rio alien. What is his name though? Like, I feel like it's with an M. I can't remember. A race of aliens that look like Salah. Why are you trying to kill my hopes and dreams, Joe? I'm over here, like, kind of somewhat high from my edible, dreaming of aliens and my time being abducted, and you have to go and make me picture Salah. Like, why would you do that? Attractive aliens. I should avoid this topic. Why is that, Matthew? Tone said, I've been lucky enough to see a couple of UFO and had the sense to say, hey, it's a UFO twice at least. That's cool. I know, Joey, why would you do that to me? I think Foodie is extremely impulsive that sometimes collides with her manipulation. Ooh, well said, Luma. Well said, my friend. It's called the James Webb Telescope when NASA found city lights on another planet. Please send me the link. And tonight, when I'm off this live stream, I'm going to look into that, and I'll probably be there for a while. I'm really excited. I know, I'm still upset. Joe, you know I love you. But I don't know why you tarnished the image in my head of what my aliens are going to look like. All right, let's keep going. Let's read a few more tweets. What is this? Salt and South said she never copped to having diabetic issues severe enough to land her in the ER. She knows she'd get a ton of told you so from her viewers as well as her haters, and they'd lecture her with every following mukbang. None of her health issues are ever from her weight or eating. And then Green Monkey Soup said, all of this. I did wish she'd shit herself to expiration. I didn't buy the norovirus story. Rule number 1, Foodie lies. So that's always that. Yeah. Rule number 1 is always Foodie lies. So whatever she's telling us is happening, she's lying. Cosmic Creeper said, did you know 12 tortilla chips is a serving, not 36 or 48 in one sitting? With rice and beans and salty condiments landed on, you're only hurting yourself. So if you guys are new to her, she's diabetic. She has like all these health issues from basically her eating herself this way. That's pretty much it. There's no nicer way of saying this. Like most of her health problems are because of her weight and how she eats. And she's always telling us she's going to diet and get healthy and get back on track. And it's always going to start, next week, next month, whatever. But she just eats and eats and eats some more. And then she complains when she's sick and doesn't feel good. And, she had a lot of people at one point trying to help her. And it's like everybody's just given up on her. The sad reality is everybody's truly watching just to see how it ends with her. It's true. It'd be cool, to see this horrible person go into treatment, get help for their eating disorder, get into therapy, take accountability, say, I'm sorry for all the shitty things I've done. I really wish I didn't do them. How can I, make things right with my audience? From this day forward, I'm going to be, more honest with you. I'm going to vlog my recovery process. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. But that'd be really cool to see, but don't hold your breath because it's never going to happen. Never in a million years. I would be thrilled to see her change her life, but it's never going to happen. She's never going to be sorry. She's never going to take accountability. She's in fact allergic to it. Diabetics cannot exceed 45 carbs in one sitting. She goes way over that. And her blood sugar is always sky high, through the roof. Oftentimes, if you look up her numbers, it's saying if you go into a diabetic coma, her numbers are crazy, and she just keeps eating and eating and eating. Helen said, I think she and Salah have been done for a long while, and she's not going back to Kuwait ever again unless she goes there to live alone. The sad part, she lies so much, even if she was sick with it, we think she lied. It's true. She also has bacon in her bloodstream. Maybe that's, when she went for her blood work, they looked at the levels and they're like, bacon? Go to the ER immediately. 6 more days, we will see if she actually goes to the therapist. Oh, yes, her appointment is soon, right? 6 days. Yes, please, or be cursed with the nightmares of Salah's feet. Oh, Lord, you don't want that. Have you seen his feet? I'll spare you tonight, but think of somebody who's been walking barefoot for a month with a ton of hair on their feet. That is what his feet look like. They don't believe in showering in that house or being clean, or they don't believe in hygiene at all. I don't know why people are like that. Foodie admittedly doesn't wash her hands, brush her teeth, rarely showers. This guy likes poop, and his feet literally looks like he does certain activities in the shower, if you know what I mean. I don't know what people have. I love a good shower. I love going for a pedicure and getting those feetsies clean. I don't understand it. On the 18th, caveman feet. Yes, that's the best way to describe it. Think of somebody walking barefoot in poop, mud, just wherever you got to go, they went barefoot. They went to Disneyland barefoot. I don't know. They went everywhere barefoot, okay? And all the dirt that would pile up on your feet That is what it looks like. It even looks like he danced around in some grease at some point. I wasn't going to say it, Helen, but you know, a deformed hobbit's foot that has never been scrubbed. Yes, all of that. The worst that you can imagine, that is what his feet look like. That is it. She was in Kuwait the last time she washed her hands. She documented it. Remember, you guys, we saw it on camera. It was like proof she actually washed her hands. It was like the first time in a month. And I think she had to do it because it was during Ramadan. So there's that. I don't think she would have like willingly done it. Nana Spike T said, busy adulting all day today, logged in to see this. A few days ago, she was shitting herself and extremely dehydrated. Now today, back to business as usual. Food addiction wins again. It will always win. And then Holly Go Heavy said, quoting Foodie Beauty, I'm never eating crap again, says diabetic clown, Foodie Beauty. Yeah, when she was in the ER, she was never going to eat like this again. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. This cracked me up. Donna said, I found this old edit of Foodie Beauty on my phone and I'm literally dead. I feel like I want to watch Jersey Shore for some reason. I don't know why. You stalked my whole life on the boardwalk. There's Foodie in the background. I miss the fist pumping and Gymtown Laundry. I really feel like I need to watch an episode to like scratch this itch. I suddenly want to watch it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Who was your favorite on that show if you watched it? I really couldn't stand any of them. I think I just watched it because it was like the trashiest thing on TV at the time and I couldn't look away. But if I had to pick, I guess like Vinny was like the best out of the bunch. Vinny was like, I guess I'll choose Vinny. Prepare for I change my mind. It's not lying. Yeah. Picture Bigfoot feet. We were talking about the furry community yesterday. Foodie Beauty must be a furry. She really has a thing for dogs. Natter, Salah, woof, woof, literally. You might be onto something, Moth. Her bathroom looks weird with the shower. We were talking. That was like, we've been talking about some interesting things on this channel lately. I never thought we'd be here, but like, I'm kind of glad we are. Like, I'm kind of glad we are. Polly and Vinny. Yeah, I think those two. I never liked how we say her name. Snooky. She drove me nuts. Like, she drove me absolutely nuts. Matthew guess Foodie still has her tail. JWoww. Okay, JWoww was kind of cool. There was something like oddly attractive about her. I don't know if it's because I knew she could like she's one of those that that would like beat somebody up if you ever needed, like if you were ever in a dangerous situation, like she could take their ass. There's something very, I don't know. I thought she was kind of attractive. I think JWoww's like, is she still with the Roger guy? I don't know. I'm so like not up to date. So Hidden Truth said the way Chantel went about it is the issue with the PayPal thing. Her VIBs did suggest her using it as a way to help with her new place as a friendly gesture. This is her light bulb. She thought of it, and now that deleted posts, she took advantage of them. And I'm just going to play it. It's a short clip, you guys.
You know, so many creators have some kind of link to a donation site, like a PayPal, Cash App, whatever. You know, we entertain your butts. Like, we should get paid. We should get money. And, you know, there's no shame in that. Like, it's not like I rely on PayPal donations so that's totally not the case. There's no scamming going on. You know, nothing of the sort. You know, so
It's
many
scamming because you took donations for one thing and then you the next day said you weren't going to stay in Canada. It's scamming. It's scamming. Whether you gave the money back, I don't believe you unless I see somebody posted that this is my refunded money. It's a scam and it's dirty and it's wrong. I'm Dead said this quote is not from Alice in Wonderland. It was written by I don't know how to say it, who is the author of Winnie the Pooh. Is it Milne? I don't know. Cheap Timu crap. Love that for you, Chantal. I knew it bothered me for some reason. Like, I didn't understand how this went with this, and it just really bothered my brain. I don't know why, and I can't explain it. But yeah, other people aren't misleading people for donos. It's true. Like, most creators do shout out their PayPal or Cash App or whatever. Like, some people pin it to their chat in their streams. Some people, I don't do that. I just like, it's there if you want to go search for it. Like, I'm not going to be like, do this, you know? But people have it there as like an extra tip or whatever. Like, if you're really enjoying yourself and you want to, go for it, you know? But like, she took the money, she shouted out her PayPal specifically to furnish her apartment that she didn't move into. I pray Foodie gets all flat in all 4 tires. Hey, Livy. I watched her nasty mukbang so I could look at Twitter with the chat. Are you feeling okay, Livy? Are you feeling okay? I think her and Roger got married and had a kid. She was hot. But I think somebody said in our chat they got a divorce. That guy always seemed all bad to me. Roger just seemed like, I mean, it was a long time ago, so I'm really trying to think hard about this. But didn't he seem kind of like douchey, like he was there for like the cameras and like the attention? Or maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. Maybe he's this amazing guy and I mean, I don't know. You mean to tell me that only 3 people gave money? Yes, apparently she got $37 total. 3 people. 3 people. You drop it in a chat and ask like someone asked for it. She was toxic AF and controlling. Or he was toxic AF and controlling. Just 1 tire would be enough. Imagine her changing her tire. Oh my gosh, I have a funny image of Foodie. Pete's got his life turned upside down, just like Sweet Frail, BBJ, and Sam. I can't ever not feel pain and sadness. How she threw away her fur children, who were addicted to her, their mom. It enrages me. It's sad. It's really sad. Like, animals trust us. We're their people. And, you know, some animals, like we see with Foodie Beauty, like she was horrible to her pets. Especially when the men came around and they still loved her. You know, they trusted her and they were dumped. It's sad. It's really sad. I'm willing to bet Pissy Poo was one of those 3. Probably. She is back and at it, and that's all I'm going to say. She is back and at it, and I wish she would give it a rest. I'm tired. I'm tired, Pissy Poo. Please stop with the emails. You don't like me. I don't care. Not going anywhere. Let's just call it a day. Let's just call it a day. Hurl posted this, and I'm just petty, so I retweeted it. And said, just because I feel like being a biatch before being a tranquil asshole for the weekend. And it's just some screenshots, a little reminder that Ariel slept with Anthony while Anthony was pretending to be with Queen Cobra, now, whatever the F you want to call her. In this moment, I'm going to call her the racist, homophobic, vile-ass drunk. And if you're wondering why I say that and you can stomach it, check out the last stream. The stuff she said, you just don't say ever. And it was particularly disturbing tonight, especially what she wished on people's daughters. I'm getting a bad taste in my mouth thinking of it. Anyways, now I used to be batshit obsessed, insane over this guy, Anthony, who was sleeping with Ariel while also living with her best friend, Lux. Anyway, so it's Naked and Laughing, which is now saying, looks good, and then talking to Hurl. Apparently, Ariel and Anthony had sex. Wouldn't surprise me why she got mad I had a crush on him. Please don't say this out loud to the world, LOL. And he doesn't have a car, but she does, so I bet you anything she drove to see him. Yeah, she takes her baby daddy car and goes and picks up substances and goes around town filming videos for men, such as Anthony. And then Nal says, yeah, when she came under the Robbie account saying I was trying to spite her, it made me think like, what the F? And yeah, he told me like they had sex. And he would have told me a lot more too if what happened didn't happen the other night. But whatever at this point, that's why she knows where he lives and works. I want to know if the people of the world are okay. Like, why are people sleeping with Foodie Beauty who didn't finish treatment for her STD? Why are people sleeping with Ariel who doesn't believe in soap and water or shampoo? I'm so confused. Like, I look at her, I'm going to talk shit for a minute. I look at her and I see somebody who hasn't showered for a year. And I don't get the attraction. I don't get why people don't like showers. I truly don't understand it. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mandalore. Can't wait to see what the drunken peasant does in response. I know. As pathetic and as weird Pete is, I feel sorry for him living in that box room with nothing and no one now. Chantal, whether she likes to admit it or not, destroyed Pete's and should feel serious guilt. She did Pete's dirty. I'm not that fond of Pete's, but she did Pete's really dirty. Like, I don't know. I remember when I started watching her, right? Like, I was late to the party. I came in when she was starting her drug journey and she was doing cola and chasing this guy around town. And that's basically when I came in. But I remember her and Pete's like talking, and they said, I remember even seeing a clip, and they had talked about how like they decided they were going to be like their own family for the rest of their life, right? Like they were going to choose each other and do life together. And they had this friendship, and he, rented the villa out with his credit. She doesn't have credit to do that. He signed for it. And he's like charged things on his credit cards for her. Like, didn't he get in like financial debt because of her? And like, she really did him dirty. I remember the time, I'll never forget this because it was truly, truly sad. Like, remember the time he shared with the internet he didn't want to be here anymore? Like, he was considering certain thoughts. You know what I mean? You could tell Pete was defeated, hopeless, giving up on life. And how did she refer to him? She said it wasn't her problem, that he wasn't her ball and chain. And she went out and she partied with Natter all night. And like, how do you do that to somebody? Like, how do you do that to your best friend, the person that you commit to like doing life together with? How do you leave them in that moment? He had just lost his cat. She's a shitty person, a shitty friend, and may she get all she deserves in life. I wish that for her. His mental health isn't her problem. But as a friend, if somebody's telling you that they are feeling a certain way, do you go out and party, or do you sit and talk to them for at least an hour and make sure they're not going to do anything stupid? Because I'll tell you what, I don't care what the hell I'm doing. I don't care if I'm at Disneyland on a roller coaster. If Aaron or somebody like called me and they're like, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm considering this, like, I'm staying on the phone and making sure you're okay. And that's not saying somebody's mental health is my responsibility. It's just being a goddamn good friend and a good person to somebody who rented an apartment for you and did all this stuff for you. Like, it's just, I don't know, like common decency. It's what you do. No, I know. It's okay. She said she couldn't stop him. She said a lot of nasty things. I'm not mad at you, BR. I'm just saying, I guess I'm saying for me, that's what I would do. I don't care what I'm doing. If somebody I love and is my friend tells me that they don't want to be here anymore, I'm going to stay on the phone until they're okay. That's just, I don't know. I remember them making plans to play mini golf or something together, and instead she got absolutely wasted on stream while Pete was waiting for Foodie. Awful friend. Is Nal your most hated horror cow? Foodie and Nal are tied. For a lot of the same reasons. Nal is definitely mine, yeah. Good night, Joe. Sleep well. I'm gonna get ready to get off too because I don't want to stream late tomorrow. Like, I want to be on top of the Nal rage. So I don't know. I just wanted to come on and chit chat with you guys for a little bit, talk some foodie stuff, because like I said, I'm aware not everybody could stomach Queen Cobra content. So like, I want people to like feel like they still have a place to come and watch and talk about foodie. So anyways, we're gonna be doing it like this, like I said, in the future for at least a while. I'm not gonna be like the first on foodie content, but like if I see it and we're available, we're gonna talk about it. But like right now, like Nal is the most entertaining thing I've seen on YouTube for a while. And unfortunately for her, she pissed me off coming for my kid. So I'm dedicated to being there for as many live streams as I can, just to make her a bit uncomfortable. That's just how I am. All right, you guys, I'm going to go for now. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the Breezy Bunch members. Thank you for everybody who's been showing up in the chat, supporting me since day one. Thank you to all the newcomers. Like, it's really cool seeing you guys, and I'm learning a lot about Cobra from you guys. Thank you for even liking this stream, or even if you hate me and you're watching, thanks for watching the ads. All right, have a great day, great evening wherever you are, and I will see you sometime after I wake up and like take care of other humans. All right, bye you guys. Goodbye.